So yeah,
We'll start off with Welcome to Wasteland. We have a couple of things. We want to remind you of a couple of things going on. We want to remind you of our $100 Commander deck giveaway. When we hit 100 subscribers, we'll be doing a giveaway on our first Commander game that we have after 100 people subscribe. Do we have anything else going on? We are a retail environment. We have a TCG player account if you would like to buy cards from us and support our store.
it is the Wasteland, not the Wasteland Gaming. That's a different company.
Oh.
Although they're fine too. We order some cards from them sometimes.
We try to only order from them. We see if they notice. So if you want to support us right now, you could just go through our TCG player, and subscribe, and share. We're trying out something new because we messed up a sound on a video, so we're gonna see if it's better.
Right. So it's a CEDH game. It's going to be Magda Dhalsim, who is a future card from the Secret Lair drop series, as well as Zur, the Enchanter, and the Gitrog monster. In this game, I believe Ryan is going first, who's playing Dhalsim, and then it'll be Jeff, Carl, and myself in the clockwise motion, as you do.
This is Ryan's first time on our station.
Is it?
So, yeah, this is Ryan's first time on our station.
Oh, no sound, huh?
Yeah, that's why he got to go first.
That's fair. All right. So we start off as you might expect. There's some fetching. There's some searching.
Ryan's got a pretty fair turn going on right now.
He does. There's some mana ramp. And then Jeff decides to get out of control and just play all the things on the first turn.
Well, I do like to threaten the Gitrog immediately every time I play against it.
Sure.
That's what that Tormund script is for. It's for threatening the Gitrog.
Right. Which may or may not end up mattering. We'll see. Carl, who refuses to bring his own playmat, is on the pony mat here. And he starts off with a
nice little tax piece.
A little tax piece, yeah. He likes to play prison.
Which Ryan responds with searching, so he doesn't have to pay for his taxes.
That's true. He's worldly tutoring right now for a devoted druid, and I start with a reasonable turn of go get a
birdie,
shockland, play a bird. You know, we're off and going.
Not caring about Esper Sentinel.
Well, that's not creatures, right?
Right, that's why you don't care.
No, that's true. But I just generally don't care about what Carl's doing. He likes playing prison decks. So he starts out with, tax pieces, ends up with stacks pieces at some point.
So Ryan plays the mana dork he tutored for. Yeah. Hey, look, I didn't lose any life to my mana quick because it's always on odds that I don't lose life.
Right. Whereas I do evens myself. So there's a lot of shuffling in the first couple of turns. People getting lands and stuff. And then Jeff, again, just decides to get out of control and play a turn 2 Winter Orb. Well, why not?
Well, my Magda deck is a proactive stacks deck. So because I don't care about land, I want to make everyone else suffer for carrying.
Right. And then your form of prison in this is more on the stacks side.
Oh, yeah.
Where it's don't do things, can't do things. Carl ends up doing some stuff later on, but it's mostly, pay extra.
Look, when you only put 18 land in a deck, you always put in a Winter Orb.
What do I need land for? You don't need land either.
Right. I was responsible and did pay for the Esper Sentinel.
That's true. Carl continues to develop his mana base. And then on my turn, there's a lot of stuff happening that I don't like. So I go ahead and tutor and do the responsible thing of paying for a Force of Vigor. My plan is to get rid of Tormod's Crypt at the very least, and then potentially Winter Orb before it comes to my turn. But before it gets to that point, other things happen, and I have to get rid of those things. So, we're on to here, Ryan.
And here is Yasharn.
Playing the best stacks piece, apparently.
I found out this game that Yasharn turns my deck off near completely.
Yeah, it turns off a lot of things, right? Like, you can't sack treasures, you can't sack the Tormod's Crypt, can't activate
Hey, what do you know?
ability.
I didn't lose life to Mana Crypt.
Yeah, I believe that happens like 3 more times in a row. Punching me, because I don't have any blockers. So.
It's fun.
But I think turn 3 was like the beginning of the end.
What we forgot to mention at the beginning of this game is it's actually a one-on-one game with 2 other semi-bystanders that try to do things.
Right.
We'll let you decide who those are.
Right. It's going to be clear shortly.
So, I like to make people suffer, so I got Jester's Cap.
Well, to be fair, we know that each other deck you're playing against, including your own, wins through some combo.
Oh, yeah.
So it behooves you to do that, certainly. And I make the play of getting rid of the Tormod's Crypt and the Jester's Cap for my own benefit moving forward, because I don't think either of the other people are particularly close to getting their combos either, so I don't know that Jester's Cap, like, it's not something I need in play to keep me from losing.
But then the Ristic said he hits the table.
Right, which makes things real weird. And I had in my hand at the time Beseiju.
Yeah.
So I had an answer for that, so I decided to do these 2 on this turn.
Now here's where we make an error because I couldn't have actually sacrificed the Tormod's Crypt, which I am about to do. It ends up not mattering, so...
Right, because it gets rid of a land and a tutor, which I don't really use in the deck once it's already been used.
Yeah.
And it gets... You know, so it ends up not mattering, but technically that couldn't have been done.
Right. At this point, I'm a Winter Orb.
Correct. And I am a 3 lands.
Right.
In a deck whose commander is 5. And I usually play it on turn 2 or 3 a lot of the time.
Right. I was real excited to see the Gitrog. I love watching the Gitrog. I don't know if I could ever play it. I think I'm going to try sometime, though, and fail.
It's got a lot of lines.
I'll fail.
It's probably similar in terms of, like, avenues to victory as, like, Cody or something like that.
Yeah. I'm not going to look at it first. I just want to play it.
Jesus, man. So I believe coming up here...
Something's happening.
Yeah.
Lands are flying around.
Right, because it's Ryan's turn now. I believe he's going to play his commander and try and get some card advantage going. And I believe this is turn 3?
Yeah.
It's hard to tell because I've missed land drops. You don't play lands.
What's land?
Ryan is ramped slightly.
Yeah, it's turn 3 because I've only...
I think Carl has played 1 land a turn.
Yeah, and I've not taken damage from Mana Crypt twice. Now, Dhalsim is a new commander coming out. You can get him through Secret Layers, but they haven't shipped yet.
Right.
He goes and makes it so you can make your creatures with reach untap and not be blockable by people who have higher power than them.
Right.
And when they deal combat damage, you get to draw cards. So he's using Dhalsim as his card advantage engine, which is pretty cool. They should have something where we can kick his arms and and he loses life, but that's my old Street Fighter tactic.
It's fair. He did extend his hitbox at you.
Yeah.
Importantly, he can only do that once per player.
Right. So it encourages him to swing at a bunch of different players.
Yeah.
He hit someone. Me? Yes, he hit me.
Yeah, I believe he did.
Me being Jeff, who's playing Magda. Then I don't take any more damage from my mana crit because odds.
Yes.
It helps if you only put odd numbers of pips on your dice.
Right. It's my special dice.
Because people remember sixes, but not ones. I'm gonna continue punching Tim on the Gitrog because it makes me feel good and gives me treasure, and I'm acting as though Yasharn is going to go away at some point.
At some point.
One day.
Yeah.
Maybe. This can't get worse, right? Like,
I don't see how.
hey, look, I got a dwarf. I'm prepping for dwarf beatdown. I can do dwarf beatdown.
Sure. People are drawing some cards, but not a crazy amount. And then you play this card here. What's this one?
This is a Felden's Cane. It doesn't require you to sacrifice it. You just remove it from the game to shuffle your library or your graveyard into your library. It's a old card, and it makes me feel good because I'm an old person.
So you gotta have your cane.
I do. I hobble around. Yeah. I like to be able to shuffle my stuff back in case somebody gets rid of an important piece, and when in doubt, I can tap it for the Clock of Omens, and things happen.
Right. So it's Carl's turn, I believe. And what's he got cooking up this turn? He's got 2 mana tapped, right? And he's trying. Oh, he tries to sack the pedal to play his commander.
But it just won't sacrifice.
Yeah, it turns out.
Thing won't budge.
Yeah, it's crazy. So yeah, he should be rewinding that here because that can't be happening.
And again, that's due to the awesomeness of Yasharn.
Yes.
Who gets you land and then does all that.
Right. So then he ends up doing nothing on his turn. And then I don't have like a lot going on. If I recall correctly, I have like Torment of Hailfire in my hand and like a 5 mana spell.
That sounds like cool stuff.
It was.
Hey, that looks like a mana dork, but it's in fact just a blocker, right?
Correct. It's normally in the deck, so you can sacrifice lands to protect your Gitrog.
Yeah.
Or some other piece or whatever, or just sack lands, because sometimes that's the thing you do.
So,
but here, yeah, it's literally just block Magda.
Let's pause for a minute and really explain what Yasharn is doing to us. Yasharn is got him a land.
Right.
And then it stops you from sacrificing anything to abilities or paying life for
casting spells.
For casting spells.
Yeah. Or activating abilities, I believe.
Yeah. You can't pay life, you can't sacrifice anything. Now,
well, non-lands, right?
Yeah, you can sacrifice your land.
Yeah.
So, I just want to take a minute with this because of how treasure-centric the new sets are going to be.
Right.
I think Yasharn is just a great addition to, like, Yasharn has been played in CEDH, but I think Yasharn is going to be a great addition to a lot of decks that have those colors because of how prevalent treasure is going to be and how prevalent using your life for resources.
Right. Well, and especially in those colors, right? Like green, white, Bant, things of that nature, where you're not really doing those things as much.
Yeah.
If at all, right? Like,
yeah. See, I just wanted to take a second to talk about Yasharn, and I just don't play against him enough to really appreciate how good he is. And I play a deck that he shuts off completely, and I just love it. Can't get enough. I'm prepping for Dwarf Beatdown, and I think this is where it starts going downhill.
It definitely takes a hard turn. It reminds me. The card reminds me a little bit of Gaddock Teague.
What's that?
So that is a 2-mana guy that says, "Hey, does your stuff cost 4 more?" It gets countered.
Oh, I think I threw that into a deck recently.
Yeah. At least I think that's what it does off the top of my head.
All right.
But that's also an interesting card that probably more people should play.
All right. So let's continue and let's see how this goes.
All right. So yeah, I think it's Ryan's turn.
So yeah.
He's getting a little sorted here. He plays a Chromox, and I don't know that it really matters what he puts on there. But he's going to put an Odric. So now it taps for white.
Because he doesn't need that.
Right. I mean, who needs Odric? Whatever.
Who needs good cards?
I mean, he's suspiciously tapping 7 mana here.
Oh, and then it's Elishnorn.
That's unfortunate.
So, so the combination of Yasharn, who is I'm reading right now, plus Elishnorn, completely turns me off. Like, I can't do anything in the game. I have one card in my 99 that can help me here, and that would be Blasphemous Act. But if we count creatures after Elishnorn resolves, there's no way I'm going to play it.
Yeah,
I'm like, I'm one man off, but yeah.
Currently, it's a no-go.
Right.
But yeah, that removed my mana, moved all of your attackers. It removed Carl's tax piece, which he was
I think he only
remembering late on anyway.
Yeah.
I think he drew off of it on this turn.
Yeah, I think it was once.
Yeah.
And now this is looking like a insurmountable win for Ryan's first game on the table at our table. But we're not out until we're at 0 and out of the game.
Right. Because it's not.
Hey, it's an odd number.
Oh, it's crazy. He didn't lose again. Because we're not out of it, right? Like, I've got plenty of removal in my deck. Carl's still got plenty of options.
I'm a Winter Orb.
You are a Winter Orb. But yeah, Ryan's in a pretty good position. But Carl's got an interesting play.
Oh, interesting being excellent.
Yes. He's like, well, I'll have that Elishnorn instead. And then you can have a 1/1 flyer. Fantastic.
Isn't that card like a $500 card right now?
It's pretty outrageous.
Wouldn't it be awesome if they reprint it in the next in Modern Masters 2?
That'd be nuts.
Is it reserve list? I don't think it's reserve list.
I mean, it got reprinted, so I don't think so.
Yeah.
But
I could see him doing it at this point.
That set is gonna need so many baller reprints.
So then Bob hits the field, and he's
otherwise known as Dark Confidant.
Yeah. This is actually my first time calling it Bob because I spaced out on its name, even though we've talked about it today.
That's fair.
So
I'm just looking up the Gilded Drake here.
Yeah, I mean, like it's what it is for a reason.
It is on the reserve list. Yeah.
Okay, so they're not going to reprint that.
I mean, unless they conveniently changed the reserve list in the last 2 weeks.
True.
Which may or may not be a thing.
Because they could do it at any time.
They could, and they don't have to tell you.
Hey, you moved on without doing a lot. Oh wait.
Oh no.
Yeah,
sorry.
you removed the Ristic study.
Yeah. There was just a lot of card advantage happening. Also, as Elishnorn and the Bob, so I was like, you know what? You need less stuff.
Yeah.
Because at this point, it really is just Ryan and Carl, and Jeff and I are just kind of like minor inconveniences.
I'm a Winter Orb.
Just a minor inconvenience.
What?
It's about to be a no inconvenience soon, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Hey, I've got a lot of life, and I'm Winter Orb.
Yeah. So Ryan gets some swings in. He's just trying to draw cards from his commander.
Go figure. Draw cards, play land.
And then, look, he's going to do that one thing that you can do and sacrifice the land.
Yeah.
with crop rotation, and he's going to get pretty good land.
It's called Grass Cradle, and now Ryan has 2 reserve list cards on the board.
He does. He only owns one of them.
Right.
To be fair, he also has an imaginary card, but it's fine. Somebody's got to play test these things.
The Dhalsim's for sale.
Yeah, you technically own it. You just don't possess the copy for 2 months.
Right.
Or however long it takes them to ship. Because,
And then the Elder Gargaroth, which is one of the most stolen creatures in Magic.
I mean, it just does a lot of stuff. Now, the downside is you can't do it immediately. Oh. How about you winning another flip for
Mana Creep?
Yeah.
That's just how that goes, right?
That's what you do. Just play Mana Crypt, never take damage from it. It's fine.
Right. First turn.
Which I believe we are on the 5th turn of the game. And Carl's taking some damage from his lands. And he's going to try and take advantage of the number of lands that he has on his turn by getting rid of your Winter Orb. I believe he just puts it in your hand.
Who gets rid of it? Nah, he just showed it. Who gets rid of Winter Orb, though? Right?
Did he? I thought it was I thought it was a repeal.
Oh, it might have been.
And then he reveals off of the top. Conveniently takes no damage. And then we are rounding down here. Two people have things going on. And
yeah, this is really the perfect storm for my deck. And
in terms of getting locked out of the game,
yeah. And what is actually stopping you? Is it just bad mana? What pieces are?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just land.
Oh.
Or a way to get land, or a dredge card.
So this isn't them stopping you. This is sometimes they're rough.
Yeah, almost nothing that anyone has done has kept me from playing the game.
Right.
Like I said, I just have a handful of cards I can't play.
So I went and decided to use my Felton's Cane because I wanted to shuffle a couple of pieces back in my library, and really, I just wanted to shuffle.
Yeah.
And hope.
But yeah, my opening hand was removal, 2 lands, and a tutor. Or no, it was the bird. So removal, 2 lands, and the bird.
Yeah, it's keepable.
Right, and then I drew a tutor, but then you played so much shit over here. I had a tutor for more removal for some reason.
Yeah.
Which, in hindsight, didn't really help me, but...
So we have a theme a lot of the times when me and Tim play together is we punch each other, and then most of the time somebody else benefits from it and wins.
Right. We also tend to leave Winter Orb on the battlefield.
Oh, always.
For so long.
I don't even care who plays it, what deck I'm playing. I refuse to spend my resources to get rid of a Winter Orb so someone else can untap their land.
Right.
And I think the only time that you've blown up Winter Orb when I was playing, I immediately won the game because you blew up Winter Orb.
Right. Because we went 7 turns or something with...
Yeah, with a Winter Orb on the table. Loving it.
Yeah, and my goal, I only have sorcery speed removal.
So now Ryan is going for the win with Finale Devastation.
Right. I went and fetched Urza Saga because I'm just trying to get some acceleration, maybe some blockers.
Yeah.
But his Finale for 10 gets Flusterstorms.
by a 2 storm count Flusterstorm.
Hey, when you're out of mana, man, that's all it takes.
Right.
So he continues to get some attack triggers in.
Good card draw. Really, it's a solid deck.
Right.
Never seen it before. Fun to play against. Just a solid deck.
That shows up on the thing. Just so I'll edit that out.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a new deck. I mean, you wouldn't expect to have seen it, right?
Right. Now, a lot of time these color pies all end up the same, but he did add a lot of reach cards to the standard white green, and I just think it's a solid deck. I'm super enjoying watching myself not interact with it.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh, something I didn't consider until right now. Was it perhaps a mistake to have put in this Odric under here? Because, like, he could have just made all of his dudes unblockable every turn.
well, so he's drawing 3 cards at this point. I don't know. I don't think it is.
Yeah, I don't think it was a major one, if it was one at all.
Now,
And then
Gilded Drake got bounced.
Yeah, by a land. So Carl used one of the new Kamigawa lands to bounce his own Gilded Drake back to his hand.
And now we all have to be like, oh, even if I could do something, he'll just take it. Because my hand is just big dragons. Oh, I took damage because it touched Carl's mat.
It's that bad juju. He is invading
He is.
your territory here a little bit.
He thinks just because I'm not playing the game, that's his turf.
Right. I mean, you're not using it.
I was. That was my spot.
That was my spot. So yeah, Carl's trying to do big things here.
He is scooching over onto my mat.
He searches for a talisman using the Enlightened Tutor, and then reveals it to the Bob. Takes some damage, but now he just has a tutor. I don't know that he uses it because he tries to use another tutor, and that goes a particular way for him. But
It pushes over into my mat
I know.
more.
Look, he's just straight up trying to invade here, and Jeff calls him out.
And
Says,
just get back.
Yeah.
I think there's going to be a new rule. If your card makes it all the way onto somebody else's mat,
It's
theirs.
All right.
You just gave them control.
But yeah, he's got some more mana happening, trying to take advantage of the fact that Winter Orb is no longer in play.
And most people are tapped out.
Right, which means some things in CEDH, but
Right,
not
but
everything.
well, I mean, no blue, and then it's just mono red.
Right. So he tries to search for an instant or sorcery here, and Jeff's not liking it.
Right, and maybe that was a mistake, but I still stand by it. I think that I counter that tutor because he's playing other colors and can get past.
Well, it turns out what it did was it made the next card he's going to play up to more chance, right?
Yeah.
So you made it from a certainty to a chance. So it's tough to hope for more than that. It is still Carl's turn. He's doing things.
He's going down to 11, and yeah. So this shows that maybe I should have kept the counter, but
Yeah.
I
But he resolved a peer, right? Which
yeah.
let him draw half his deck, lose half his life.
So I gotta assume he has counters for my counters.
Right. Because I can't imagine drawing half your deck in the deck that he has that he doesn't have a counter of some measure. So when the consultation resolves, he has no library, and then the Oracle trigger happens and resolves. His devotion is 2. He has no library. He wins the game.
He went searching for the Crusade, but you can't even talk about that in certain videos.
Right, that's banned for sure.
Yeah.
So he named Scheherazade instead, and turns out he couldn't find it because that card's also bananas and can't be played. But yeah, just at that point, people had run out of responses, right? Like,
right.
With my 2 mana, I had killed multiple things that game.
So you had the bad hand. I will stand by my hand that I kept.
I had a reasonable start.
Yeah, we all did.
Didn't draw anything at all. And mind you, this game is only 6 turns, 5 turns,
6 turns, I believe.
Yeah.
And we were still doing things all the way to the end. And so instead of playing the game, we got to talk about this video to you guys.
Right.
So, if you like this style of video where you don't hear everybody conversing and we can keep it a little tighter in length, go ahead and let us know you like it. If you don't like it, say nothing or say something. We'd prefer you say something, just maybe not about that. And hit the like, subscribe. If you can share it with some friends, that'd be awesome. And remember, we're going to have a Commander Deck giveaway as soon as we hit 100 loyal subscribers. None of this, like, unsubscribing thing. You got to be loyal.
Right. And honestly, what's it cost you?
Like, yeah, literally nothing. But anything else going on?
Well, depending on when this comes out, we may or may not be middle of Commander Legends 2 Battle for Baldur's Gate, which looks not overly powerful, but certainly flavorful. And I feel like some of these cards are just going to be like, oh, I see. This card is real good.
Yeah. Battle for Baldur's Gate is making me contemplate getting rid of my Magda deck, just because I feel like if I toss in, the Copper Dragon.
Oh, Copper Dragon.
And with all this stuff, I feel like sometimes it'll be playing in easy mode, and then I see Yasharn, and Yasharn's all like, now you thought you were good, hold my beer.
Oh, my beer.
So cool. I thought the game was a good game, even though I didn't get to do a lot.
Also to note, in the shop, I believe this is only like the second or third Thassa's Oracle Demonic Consultation win.
Oh, in a long time, yeah.
Yeah, like that thing just keeps getting shut out.
So if you want to see more CEDH content from us, put in CEDH in the comments. If you
with the hashtag, right?
Yeah, if you want to,
kids do.
If you want to see more casual funsy stuff, type in "I'm a filthy casual," and we will do some more casual games depending on what gets most responses.
Indeed. There's also league games that we're trying out.
Yeah, we should have another league game dropped off soon. So yeah, cool. I think that's about it.
Yeah. Thanks for hanging out, and
all right.